Good morning, my name is Simon, I'm a sailor, a scoundrel, and a scallywag, and in this episode, to do with a broken sewing machine. I have yet to get through a single project without this thing breaking down twice. We install a super cool appliance that I think everyone should have in their boats, even though they probably can't fit it, but still you should do it. I installed this thing probably months ago now, and then never recorded anything else. And I've been using it diligently. And also, we catch the world's biggest damn link cod. It's amazing. Let's get to it. Look at the size of it. This episode is brought to you by HIKMICRO's MINI2. They sent this mini camera out for me to try out, and I want to show you guys what it's all about. But first, let's unbox it. Okay, I was in the market for a laser thermometer. I just was in the market for one. It's one of those tools that I've been always wanted to get. And then these guys reached out. Hard shell case with a fabric cover and a nice quality zipper. Always a fan of these. Love it when they do this. Wow. Okay, it's mostly just foam. There's almost nothing in here. This is so small. So this is the camera. And it's not just looking small because I'm huge. This is a small camera. It doesn't have crazy high resolution, as you'll know about thermal cameras in general. Like, they don't usually have very high resolution. This one is 256 by 192, which for thermal cameras is a pretty high resolution, but you know, compared to 4K or 8K or whatever you're used to, it's not that great. It comes with a USB-C extension cable, a USB-C plug-in at the bottom, a USB-C mini extension, and a USB-C to lightning port, which would be good for me because I still have one of those older phones with a lightning port. So the idea with this device, you plug it into the bottom of your phone, load up the app, and now you have a thermal camera. Super simple. No batteries, no extra gear, nothing else. So let's go give it a shot. Oh, this is amazing. Even with Honey, you can see, like, because she breathes through her nose is the coldest part of her. I can really see that the roof insulation's working, and that stovepipe is hot as hell. This is such a cool perspective on the heating of my boat. My God. I'm just showing you my fridge. You can see that the infrared camera sees the reflection. It also has a max and min point function, where once activated, it just automatically reads out the highest and lowest temperature and points it on the screen. So really good for data collection. It also makes a pretty good night vision camera, because now I can see all the tree line and a bunch of stuff that I can't really see in person. And if there were somebody, you know, in a dinghy right there, I bet you they'd light up pretty good, because they're so much warmer than everything else around here. That's really cool. Okay, well, that's a camera. I cannot believe how easy that app is. Just plug it right in, and didn't have to install anything. I just had the app running, plugged it in, works fine. Start taking videos, start taking photos. You can change the color profiles. You can do all kinds of stuff. It is just a really, really handy device. This is so much better than just a laser thermometer or like going by feel, because I just get a much better view of everything. Like, this solves a lot of problems for me. I'm not guessing with this. And the temperature range is plenty big enough for most of my applications. Unless I'm smelting iron, I don't really need to know anything above the temperature range of this device. If you're interested in picking one up, link is in the description as always, and thank you so much to HIKMICRO for sponsoring this. This is going in my camera bag. You're gonna see this a lot. Thanks so much. Let's get back to it. Good morning. We're doing probably my least favorite activity today, and that is repairing my console once again. This is about the most unreliable machine I have ever used. Now, on paper, this machine is very impressive, and a lot of people who come into my shop see this machine and they are duly impressed by its size and its complexity. 30 inches long, zigzag, walking foot. I mean, really, she can do anything and everything. But in reality, the only thing she can do is break down every single time I have a project. I did a boat cover, and she broke down 14 times while I was doing one boat cover. It's the most expensive machine in my shop, and it is by far the worst quality machine in my shop. What I would love is to sell this and replace it with a similar machine, maybe not quite so long, that actually does what it says it does and doesn't break down. So we're gonna get this thing running, hopefully get a last project through it, and then I hope to God never fucking see this machine again. Maybe you have like a heavy duty, like Singer makes a heavy duty machine that people buy. It's fairly common, very popular. My sister has one. It's a great little machine. There's a few things. Basically, in the canvas world, especially in sales and all that, like you have to have a walking foot. That's kind of not negotiable. If you're going to do this kind of work regularly, you need a walking foot. Now you can do stuff with presser foots. They're not, nothing, but I'm dealing with multiple layers of cloth thicker than anything you've ever put through your residential machine, and I'll be dealing with like 14 layers of this at once, and it just hammers right through it. Yeah, you want something that's really got the flex. And even then, I still see this whole arm like flex under, especially when I'm getting to the head of the sail, and I've got, I don't know, 7-8 layers of Dacron, pretty thick Dacron, and it's just slamming through that. And I needed to slam through that reliably without deflecting the needle in any way, so that it's still hooking and the tension's still good, and it's still lock stitching it exactly where I needed it to lock stitch. You just can't. So it's a different ball game entirely. Similarly, if I tried to repair my t-shirt, I say I tear my t-shirt and I try to feed it through this machine, it's just going to rip my t-shirt to pieces. So it's not like this machine is better, but it's for a particular application. I'm not very keen on continuing to do any kind of sail work if I can't get a machine that doesn't completely fall apart every time I try to use it on a sail. And ideally, it would be nice to just, like, what the is going on here? Seriously? What are you grinding up against? There's got to be something in there. Look, I got a lot of work to do to fix this. Well, I did fix the canso. I did also hire somebody to come on and help me with it. We ended up having to drill a hole through the side of it just to get access to that one bolt to put the spring back on it. I won't even get into that. Really grateful that I got to sell it. Got it all in perfect working order, and then just sold it, got rid of it, and it's not my problem anymore. Whatever happens to it, maybe I've solved all of its problems. Maybe it'll be good forever now, or maybe it'll just f up in new and exciting ways. Either way, it's not my sewing machine, and I am not gonna upgrade right now. I'm not gonna get anything else. I'm just gonna use that money on my boat, and down the road I might upgrade. But honestly, my FAF 545 does everything I need it to do. I have no need of a zigzag right now. We do have a sailrite over there. I haven't used it in months. And then I just dismantled the table and built this extra workbench. But yeah, there's still a lot of, like, I gotta go through everything up here and get rid of, I think I have like 12 sails up there that just need to get gone. Either chop them up or sell them or whatever. But yeah, I like the new bench. It's the same height as all the other benches. Added space. And then, yeah, we're gonna do a little bit more tool storage over there. But what do you think, eh? Nice big space. You can't really tell right now because I got stuff piled in the center, but we got a lot of space in the middle of the shop now, which is great. We can roll in motorcycles and dinghies and other stuff and work on them right here in the shop. And there's not a giant table in the way, so big fan of that. I got a long work day today. I'm trying to like polish off 3 clients' jobs all at once. And yeah, my sister's coming, so I gotta get that shit sorted. But I dismantled the rolling table. I still have the dolly casters. I might do something with the casters soon. And I used the parts to build an outboard rack here for all these outboards that don't really belong to me. I think this one and this one do, but all the other ones don't. I don't know why they're in my shop, but I keep helping friends out. Most of them are Toby's, honestly. There's like, I've built so many storage things for stuff, and there's just still way too much stuff in here. So we've been selling stuff. The canso's gone. A bunch of other stuff's gone, motorcycles, blah, blah, blah. Been selling stuff like crazy. One of the next things to do is go up there and deal with, I'm gonna get up here and deal with all of this. I've got loads of foam and I've also got so many sails, and I don't do sails anymore, okay? So they've all got to go. So yeah, we got to sort through that next. Welcome back to the Tin Can Express. Let's go. Beep boop boop. All right, let's go. So we're out at Robo Point. I'm actually dropped anchor here. I'm on top of a reef right now. There's Carlos Island right there. We're just north of Silva Bay. Flossie joined me. We're gonna do a little spearfishing today. This weapon I'm pointing at stuff with is my first ever spear gun. Flossie's got her their spearing pole spear, I guess, spearing spear, and we're gonna see who can catch the most fish and which system is best system. Okay.
This technically is slightly easier to aim,
right? Because
you can line it up with line of sight.
Yeah.
That one you're aiming from out here.
But this one's also hella hard to reload, so every time I miss, I'm really gonna be cursing myself.
Yeah.
So, anyways, let's get ready. Let's get suited up and get in the water. Just saw the tail as if it was going down for a big dive, so maybe a...
Woo!
Alright, have fun.
Thank you.
That's huge. That's so big, right? Look at the size of it.
That's a big fish.
That's gotta be like 30 pounds, 35 pounds.
Okay, we have fish for dinner.
That's fish for dinner. I didn't realize, but when you're spearfishing, you really need to get the spear in the head. Because every other part of the fish, they can tear it out. Yeah. It's just the head that they can't, and you don't really want to be fighting it, so ideally you hit them right in the brain.
Especially when you get a fish
Especially
that big.
35 pound monster.
Well, you're doing a good clean job.
I'm not going to leave a micron of meat on this rib cage, I'll tell you that right now.
Mm-hmm.
Has to be one clean fish. Back to the ocean you go.
Jeez. The splunk of that.
Straight down it goes.
It's so heavy.
So heavy.
Now what you should do is put a crab pot down there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, probably 13 pieces. Wow.
12 like 12 I think like full size adult pieces, like not like that's a lot of fish. Yeah, that's like the smallest piece.
Yeah.
All right, well the vacuum packer's gonna be running for a while. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 9, 30.
Wow.
31, 32, 33, 34. 36, 37, 38, 39, one short of 40 portions of lingcod.
That
one
is
dive.
wild.
One dive, 40 portions. Eat your heart out, meal prep. Let's go. All right, well, it took a long time to vacuum pack all of that fish. Part of the problem with catching such a big ling is that the large lings often have parasites. Not so much of a problem because it's lingcod and we're not sashimiing it, so we're just going to cook the snot out of it, but you do have to make sure you fully cook it. The rest of it will be deep frozen and frozen for over a week, so any parasites in there will die in that process. Do you know where they're parked? Oh, back in the woods over here. Okay, wicked. Flossie's got a sick camper conversion, and yeah, it's just so much more spacious than what I had when I was van lifing.
Home away from home.
Home away from everything.
Or it's home wherever you go.
Oh, yeah, like a turtle. Oh, there we go.
Energy is a little crazy.
Well, as it happens, Flossie doesn't have enough power on their amazing van to cook with my deep fryer.
It's 1800 watts.
So my sponsors, you know, Renogy, Bougie RV, any of those guys want to step in, maybe help you out with a nice inverter, it'd be great. But we're going to go down to the docks, and they're friends of yours. We're going to cook some fish and chips down there, and it's going to be spectacular. So cue the montage. We're going to eat, drink, be merry, and go to bed.
Yeah. Now, do you want me to dice these?
Dingy something.
University, you had to
Tartar sauce, let's go.
Oh, yeah.
Let's get that macro shot in there. Oh, baby.
Oh, my God.
It is hungry.
Yes, it is.
There are forks, but there's cheers.
Oh, that's really good.
Not bad.
I'm hungry. Like, I haven't eaten since breakfast, so like, and we've been diving. Somehow, all of those activities makes anything taste absolutely amazing.
So good.
You've been watching us cook it, and you've been smelling it.
It's
the
pretty
whole
hard to say no after having fingers in there.
I installed this thing probably months ago now, and then never recorded anything else. And I've been using it diligently. And now I gotta post this video, and I realize I just haven't even finished this video, part of the video. Few things. First of all, the installation, I messed it up. And I was like, I triple checked all the tubes. There's only two. There's like 50% chance of getting it right, and I got it wrong. Don't do that, because it pumps dirty water into your freshwater tank. Gross. Took me quite a few days to get that cleared out and pumped several. I had to carry out jugs of water to fill it and pump it through and fill it and pump it through and bleach the tank and blah, 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 blah. Anyway, but now that it's installed properly, it has been working diligently, and this is my favorite appliance. If you're waiting, if you're like, oh, this is such a luxury and I wouldn't do this, don't wait. No. I like this more than my fridge. I like this more than any other appliance I've got. I don't even run my coffee maker anymore because I'm like, I gotta save power. I'm still running this. This is the shit. I think energy-wise and water-wise, this is as efficient as doing it by hand, and I don't have to do it by hand. No brainer. Plus, there's a lot of dishes these days that are just very difficult to clean by hand, and you need special tools. Or you can have a dishwasher, and the dishwasher just does it. And I feel like a lot of people are designing dishes these days for dishwashers. Whatever. It does take less soap than a normal one. And nowadays, it's hard to get just like loose soap. They're always trying to sell you these packets. These are too big. They leave a soapy residue because there's just too much damn soap on it. So you don't want that. But otherwise, it's very power efficient. I'm running it on rainy days and it still only sucks back maybe a quarter of what I would do just cooking a meal. So not bad at all. And it's running for like 2.5 hours. But you saw how dirty this load is. I'll show you how good it is coming out. And we can head out for the rest of the video. Boy, I didn't think that one would come out clean. Nice. Yeah, so there you go. Nice clean dishes. And it works like a hot damn. I just asked anybody, I don't wash my dishes that well. This thing does a much better job than I do, and I'm happy to have it. Way more excited about this thing than the oven or the fridge or anything else, so this is sick. See you next week on another episode on Friday, regular upload schedule. Thank you so much for watching.